What is up, YouTube land? This is Chris Catalunya. Before we get into this video, go ahead and check out my Instagram below on the left. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel on the right already, go ahead and do that. Now, let's get into the video. Today, I got a good one for you. We are going to be discussing that collaboration between Adidas and Kanye West, that Yeezy 500 blush colorway. Now, if you watched my previous video, which I'll link in the card above, you'll know that I stood at Nice Kicks for about 14 to 16 hours waiting for these shoes. I wasn't only waiting for these shoes, I was also waiting for the Jordan Shadows. And in waiting in that time, I was able to cop both pairs of shoes. This shoe came out on April 16th at 8 a.m. at Nice Kicks here in Austin, Texas. And I'll be honest, I really wasn't a big fan of this shoe. I thought this shoe was pretty hideous in looking at like different shoe reviews, looking at different YouTubers reviewing it. This was just really ugly to me. I mean, it just looks gross. And especially me, I really love the V2 lineup. I have the zebras right here. I just thought you couldn't beat this one. It's like really comfortable, it looks futuristic. You just can't beat the V2. So this was just, what are you doing? But after a while in looking at my closet and seeing what I could pair this with, this is actually a pretty cool shoe. This shoe retailed for $200 plus tax. Looking on third-party applications like StockX or GOAT, you can find this shoe running for about $290, possibly even cheaper. This shoe is really not killing it on the resale market. But in time, I'm definitely sure this is going to go up in price. Now, why I started to like this shoe is because when I got it in hand, the materials, it kind of reminds me of like Desert Storm boot. Now, if you're not familiar with Desert Storm was a war that the US was engaged in that was occurring in the Middle East. And my dad, who was deployed to that war, had Desert Storm boots. It was a tan boot and it was pretty high. And this reminds me of that. It was a pretty cool boot, to be honest with you. But looking at the shoe, you'll see that the uppers is made up of several different types of material. On the toe box, on the eyelets right here, and on the back near the heel counter, actually on the heel counter, you'll see that it is made up of like a harsh suede. And to the touch, it looks pretty good, and it feels pretty good too. On both the lateral and the medial side of the shoe, you will see leather strips that are stitched into the shoe. And they are in that blush colorway. And they stitch along the eyelets as well and expand down to the midsole of the shoe. And again, on both the lateral and the medial side of the shoe, you do have meshing bubbles, which is pretty cool. This enables your foot to breathe while it's inside the shoe. And looking at the tongue, it does have meshing as well, though the circles are in a smaller diameter than those on the lateral or medial sides of the shoe. Now, what is also cool about this shoe are the eyelets. The eyelets feature suede, which is stitched on top of that same leather. And it's cool. It just makes it look a little more futuristic, a little more alien. The shoelaces, they're done up in oval shapes, so they're not the round shapes that you would get like with the V2 shoes, the 350 V2s. But the ovals, they're okay, they'll do. And the oglets at the end of these shoelaces, they're nothing special, they're just clear coated. That's it. Now, unfortunately, the midsole is not done up in that Adidas Boost material, but that probably plays a factor in the way the shoe looks, because Boost, although it's moldable, I'm more than sure you can't get it to look as crazy as this, and that's probably why they didn't go with Boost. The midsole, however, is made up of Adiprene and Adiprene Plus material. Now, Adiprene and Adiprene Plus is an Adidas technology that is used in their sneakers, whether it's going to be running, basketball, trail running, etc., etc., etc. Now, Adiprene in comparison to Boost, Adiprene is definitely more of a firmer material and not more cushiony than Boost material. This is definitely a lot more firmer. But in saying that, Adiprene has the benefit of offering you more support. So when a shoe typically has Adiprene material, you'll find Adiprene like in the heel area, in the middle of the shoe or the arch, the bridgeway, and you'll find the Adiprene Plus material in the toe area. Sometimes you'll have Adiprene Plus in the full front of the foot, and that's to enable you to like bounce off. Like when you're running, it enables you to take off quicker. Looking at the sole of the shoe, it definitely looks like this is more of a design project than actual functionality. So looking at like the top of the shoe, you'll see the ripples at the middle, the ripples, and then the ripples on the inside of the foot. And then you get to the heel of the shoe and it's just lines that go all the way to the back of the heel counter, which is pretty cool. But I'll definitely give it design points. It definitely reminds me of the 90s. Now, whether this design has any functionality, I want to say no. It purely looks design based. And also, you'll see that it says non-marking right here, so it won't mark your gym floor. On the medial side of the midsole, there's nothing much going on except for these like ridges that are here, and then it has the Adidas branding logo with the three stripes. Taking out the insoles from the shoe, it is featured in a tan colorway, and it has the Ortholite logo, the Yeezy logo, and the Adidas 3-brand striping logo. Now flipping to the inside of this insole, you'll see that it's covered in green and has 3 blocks. It has 2 yellow blocks and a red one, and has Ortholite branding right here. Now, is this insole really functional? I guess we're going to have to assume so, but I have my doubts because this insole is hella thin. There's no way that this insole can provide you like enough cushioning or enough support. I just can't believe that this insole is functional. Now let's talk about fitment. So usually when I wear Nikes or Adidas, I can range from an 8.5 to 9. It really just depends on the model. Now, being that this doesn't fit like a sock like NMDs or some Ultra Boosts do, I rocked a 9 and I still had enough space to move my toes. I think you would be fine with a 9. It's definitely true to size for sure. Now, is this shoe comfortable? In saying that this shoe comes with that Adidas technology, if you're coming from the Boost world, you probably won't think that this shoe is comfortable. It is definitely a more firmer shoe. In staying in it for about a half day, I still had no complaints about it, but I would definitely like Boost material a lot more than being in this Adidas technology. Now, to say that if I were actually going to run in this shoe or go trail running or something in this shoe, I think this shoe would definitely hold up. So, what do you think about this Yeezy 500 blush colorway? Do you think it's a good pickup? Bad pickup? Let me know down in the comments below. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you truly enjoyed this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell for if I upload a video, you'll know. Alright, that's gonna be it. I'm Chris Catalunya, and I'll check you later. Cheers.